Jadi hari ini kita ada webinar dengan Latrobe University. So today we have Sonia with us from Latrobe University. Jadi nantinya Sonia akan memberikan update tentang Latrobe University, program-program yang available di Latrobe University, scholarship as well as information about accommodation as well. Pertama-tama buat yang belum kenal ataupun yang baru pertama kali join webinar dengan Yes Education, nama saya Franklin. Saya adalah Regional Marketing Manager dari Yes Education untuk Indonesia Office. Jadi nantinya buat teman-teman yang nanti punya inquiries ataupun punya pertanyaan, baik mengenai student applications ataupun inquiries dari students ataupun parents tentang Latrobe, nanti teman-teman bisa info ke saya untuk ini inquiries yang teman-teman punya, dan nanti kita bakal bantu teman-teman untuk ini inquiries-nya. So again, today we have Sonia with us. Dan nanti setelah presentasi, seperti biasa, kita juga bakal punya Q&A session. Jadi buat teman-teman yang mungkin selama presentasi nantinya ada yang ingin ditanyakan, teman-teman nanti bisa langsung drop pertanyaannya di Q&A box. Okay, so you can drop your questions in the Q&A box, and then after the presentation, kita akan bahas every questions yang teman-teman punya. And then at the end of the session, we will have Kahoot quiz as well. So please make sure untuk teman-teman bisa stay after the end of the session. And then later on untuk 3 pemenang Kahoot akan dapat merchandise dari Latrobe. So Latrobe will provide souvenirs, merchandise as well for the top 3 winners for the Kahoot quiz. So please make sure teman-teman bisa stay until the end of the sessions. Okay, so I think we can start while waiting for some agents as well to join, so we can start the session. So Sonia, over to you.
Thank you so much, Franklin. Welcome everyone as well too. I can see that there's a few participants are joining us today as well too. Just a quick brief introduction of myself as well. My name is Sonia Ku. I'm the Regional Manager for Southeast Asia, Japan and South Korea at Latrobe University as well too. Just a little bit background of myself as well too. I used to be an international student in Australia as well too. And so pretty much coming from been working in the higher education industry for over 6 years as well, from literally have done the whole life cycle of student as well. And I'm really looking forward to run today's webinar as well. So welcome Desi, Indira, Siska, Vita, Winda, and Winnie as well too. So hopefully today's session will be useful for you guys. Just wanted to show you guys some of the prizes for today as well too. I know the presentation can be long and boring as well. I'm trying to make it as entertaining as I can. So just show you guys some of the gifts. I've got some the phone button as well too. I've got the phone holder as well in there, the card holder. I've got pretty funky pen as well. I've got anyone who is into sustainability in the straws as well. I've got that in there. And the last one is I've got a luggage tag as well too. I know many of you are not able to travel at the moment, so hopefully this will be a good souvenirs for you guys to keep it and remember as well. So next time when you're able to traveling, then that will be available for you guys as well. Shall I share the presentation, Franklin, or will you be sharing the presentation?
Yeah, you can share your presentation.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. All right, let me do that one then. Are you able to see them?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so I've introduced myself, so I don't need to do that again as well too. So I'll go to the next slide. Okay, so just to give you guys an overview of the ranking itself as well too. So Latrobe is placed #1 a top university across the university worldwide as well too. For Asia Pacific, we are top 50, and then for Victoria University, we are placed 3rd for research component, and then for employer satisfactory, we are positioned #2 in Victoria, and obviously with the success rate that we have as well, we are top 10 in Australia in terms of the employment different graduate rates as well on that one there. For Latrobe University, we are really known as a global impact ranking as well too. Across the globe, we are placed in number 4th. In Australia, we are placed number 3, and in Victoria, we are placed number 1. Okay, just to highlight to you guys some of our top program as well too. All our sport related subject. So I'm talking about, you know, Bachelor of Business Sport Management, physiotherapy, exercise, sports science, pretty much any related sports subject. We are top 50 across the globe. For our nursing, philosophy, hospitality, and tourism and management, we are top 100, and for the top 150 are psychology, accounting, and finance and education, and obviously the rest of them are top 300 on that. Okay, really important as well too with the successes that we have as well. At the moment, all our graduate students for the undergraduate program, 87% of them are able to secure a full-time job after completing their program. And for the postgraduate student, 94% of them have a success rate on getting a secure full-time job on that one. Many of you are promoting, you know, other university in Australia and also other country as well too. I think this is one of the key selling point to remember as well too. Latrobe University is one of the only 6 universities in Australia who have achieved the 5-star rating in 8 categories. Okay, so we are 5-star in teaching, employability, research, inclusiveness, internalization, innovation, facilities, and sport-related subject as well. Okay, now some of you may not know where we are located as well too. So just to give you guys an overview, we've got 7 campuses. 3 of them are metropolitan, which is the Melbourne Bandura, the city campus. We also got campus in Sydney as well. And our 4 regional campuses are in Bendigo, Shepparton, Albury, and Wodonga and Mildura as well too. So if you have any student who you know, interested on a regional campus, definitely there's a lot of benefit for that as well. Later on the slide as well too, I'm going to present you guys some specific scholarship that only relevant for the regional campuses as well too. So do keep in mind on what the campuses are, so that if you have any student inquiring interested on to study in the regional campus, then obviously, you know, you can recommend them to go there instead. So just an overview as well, the travel distance. A lot of students ask me, oh my God, how far is it Latrobe from you know, the Melbourne CBD itself? We actually pretty close to the city. I know the case will be far away for student, but majority times the traveling distance is between 45 minutes to an hour as well, depending on the time of the day you're traveling as well too. But if you were to drive on your own, it would take about half an hour on that. So that's the overview of the distance traveling in there. I've covered this already as well too. Just to give you guys an overview as well too, the Bandura campus is located in the northern part of Victoria as well. On the left hand side of the image in there, that's where the best overview of the Latrobe itself, the Bandura campus itself on that one there. We are 1.5 the size of the Melbourne CBD. As you can see, it's quite greenery as well too. So if you have any student who are interested to, you know, get away from the hustling and bustling city lifestyle, Latrobe is a very, very good destination place to study as well. A lot of the question is asked as well too, what is a majority of a population as well. I can assure you that if you have a student who wants to experience an Aussie lifestyle in Australia to study, Latrobe is a good place to study on that, because 80% of our student is domestic. So I'm talking about pure Australian who study in here as well. So really, really benefit for international student, especially for the Indonesian student as well, to improve the English, and not only that, but also gain the benefit in you know, having to gain the knowledge on that as well too on their study. Some of the facilities as well that I want to show you guys that we have as well. I think one of the most highlighted top program that we offer for student is business for Indonesian student as well. We got a finance trading room. This is used a lot by our accounting, finance, and economic student, where they have some of the subject as part of the curriculum. They get to trade buying and selling stock as well on that one. For our analytics student, this is literally a lab for them as well. It's run by Microsoft and IBM. So for them, this is going to be your home because these are the facilities for you to do your analysis, data analysis on that as well too. Some of the student may be interested on sport, program as well as a extra curriculum as well. We do have a sports center. Remember I mentioned earlier as well, Latrobe is well known, like top 50 in the world. So this is the reason why we have such a top facilities available for students to use as well. Other facilities that we have as well too, we are the only Southern Hemisphere university who have a wildlife sanctuary on campus as well too. So really benefit for any student who study science and health as well too, means that they don't have to go outside the university. All they need to do is just visit our wildlife sanctuary to do some of the practical experiment in there as well, or research component on that one there. Programs. A lot of the question that student ask as well, what type of program Latrobe offer? We literally offer over 300 programs across the undergraduate and postgraduate as well. The only program we don't offer is if a student wants to do fashion design, architecture, and aerospace engineering. That's the only 3 program we don't offer. Aside from that, everything else is available for student, whether it's undergraduate, postgraduate, or research component on that as well too. Just to give you guys an overview, what are the top program for interest in Indonesian student as well. As you can see in there, business is quite popular still as well. A lot of the Indonesian students are shifting to digital now as well too. So again, that's shifting the demand on that one as well. Health is still priority. I think with the COVID cases happening in Indonesia as well, the demand for health program are quite increasing in there as well. And obviously IT has played a very important influence nowadays as well on the way we live, and also for the student interest growth on that as well too. So cybersecurity and IT is one of the common program that has been quite popular on that one. This is also the same thing for the postgraduate level as well too. You can see on that one, demand of IT, business, and health are still the top priority program on that. Just to give you guys an overview of academic requirement as well too. So any student who are coming from SMR as well, we require them to have a minimum at least 75 out of 100% on the scale marking scheme for them to be eligible for some of our minimum entry requirements. So what you see on the screen at the moment is for Bachelor of Business. Okay. I'm gonna go brief through this one because I'm gonna show you guys this table again later on for our scholarship scheme on that as well too. Now we do accept student who complete bachelor degree in Indonesia as well. Again, we have a benchmark for them. For us, the minimum is 2.0 for them to be to be considered to our program as well. Now, I mentioned earlier to you guys that the demand for health program is quite rapidly growing in Indonesia as well too. What you see on the screen at the moment is some of the allied health program. One of the most important things to keep in mind when you have any student interested in this program, that they have a special entry requirement for them as well. Because we have a limited time today, I won't be able to go through all of them. But if you have any student who interested in any of the program that is listed on the screen right now, do reach out to the Yes Education team, and then happy to go through with you guys what are the entry requirement and the criteria and what type of documentation required for the student as well, because this particular program have very, very specific entry requirement, and also because of the limitation on the quota numbers as well, there's a very strict guidelines on the way we select the student as well too. Okay, now English language requirement as well, depending where the student are coming from. Majority of the Indonesian students who complete SMR, the qualification, many of them will require to undertake English test on that. Again, we do recognize other English qualification as well. I can list some of them, which is TOEFL. If the student have done Latrobe College Foundation program as well, they can do that. We do recognize PTE, and also any student who undertake the Cambridge test as well on that one. So that's including the undergraduate and also for the postgraduate student as well too. Now, with all the programs that we offer as well, because I mentioned to you guys earlier what the success rate of our graduate student as well. All of this happen because of the support that we give to the student as well. So I would like to introduce to you guys our Latrobe Careers Ready. They are the team in there to support all our students at the moment, domestic and also international students as well, to assist them if they need to find part-time job or choosing a career path, and if they need assistance as well with their resume, the cover letters, and also prepare them for job interview. Those are free services available for students as well too. It's not the end. Once they complete the program as well with us, we still continue to provide those support to the student. We have a Latrobe Career Advantage program as well. This is really literally for any student that who haven't developed their skill in getting into employers as well too. We provide a lot of support on that, so for them to be more have the knowledge and the skill to go out in the field as well too. As part of our degree, we also include the work integrated learning. So any student who interested to do internship, that's available for them as well. Again, depending on the discipline that they want to study as well, we've got art, business, education, engineering, health, and law and science. They are the program that is able for the student to do the work integrated learning component as part of the degree as well. So it can range from 3 months to 1 year. So depending on the structure of the student program itself on that. Okay. Obviously with the current pandemic, students are not able to go study abroad. However, this is also still available for our students, because what we have done at the moment, we have more than 140 exchange partners across the 40 country as well. So what we have done at the moment is that all the students who are interested in doing exchange program across Europe, Asia, US and UK as well, everything is done virtually as well too. So really, even with the current pandemic as well, it's not stopping us at all for the student to have the opportunity to go study abroad and experience. I mean, obviously they won't be able to experience the country itself, and in terms of the culture or the living style on it, but they do have the experience to study and have the experience in the classroom setting itself as well. And if they do it to do internship across globally, that those are available support on them on that one too. I'll cover this later on as well too. So if you do have students who are not able to meet our direct entry requirement to our bachelor degree and also our postgraduate degree as well, they can study to Latrobe College Australia. That's a pathway for them. They can either do a foundation program or they can do a diploma program that's available for them too. Okay. So again, on the screen in there, pretty much the entry requirement for the student. If you guys have any question further on as well too, let me know, and happily to have more discussion on this as well too. Okay, now I know it's probably hard, Franklin, as well too, because I usually ask any question if anyone have questions and all about that. So I haven't seen any question on Q&A. So please, if you do have anything, pop it straight away in there. Otherwise, I'm gonna go through more information, and then it's gonna be quite overwhelmed for you guys to remember as well too. So yeah, feel free to put in your questionnaire in there as well, so then I can go through them one by one later on too. Okay. I think this is probably the most important information that I want to share with you guys today, and I'm going to go through them slowly as well, so then for you guys to understand on that. Okay. The first scholarship that I want to introduce to you guys is the Latrobe Southeast Asia Scholarship. So pretty much this scholarship worth up to 30% deduction on the annual tuition fee for the duration of the course itself. Okay, this is applicable for any student who want to study undergraduate and postgraduate coursework degree. All right, on our website, we have a full list of the eligibility courses in there as well. So depending what program the student is studying, not all of them are under the eligibility scholarship as well too. So please ensure that you check our website for the list of the courses before advising the student on the eligibility as well too. But if you were to have a look at the structure of the entry requirement as well too on that one, pretty much any student from SMR, if they got 76% on their final grade, they're eligible for 20% scholarship. If they got 81, they're eligible for 25% scholarship. And if they got 85, they got 30% scholarship. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the more detail on this as well too. So let's just say you have a student from SMR degree, completed a high school, and then they have achieved an 85%. So which means that the student is eligible 30% scholarship. So the example that I'm showing you guys on the screen at the moment is for Bachelor of Civil Engineering Honors. This particular program is a 4 years program. Okay, the annual tuition fee for this program is about 35,600, all right, per year. So each year, if we were to give the 30% scholarship discount on that, then the student will get the $10,000 discount on that one. So that's the annual saving on that one. So let's take a look at if the student were to don't have a scholarship, the student will be paid about $142,000. All right, with the 30% scholarship given to the student is paying less than 100K on that one. So the total amount of saving in there is about $42,000. So if you're very good in maths, I'm terrible in maths, I must say, but looking at that, I can say that the student will literally have paid the student 1 year study for the student. So technically speaking, the student only paying 4 years. Okay, so this is something that you can advise the student as well too on the amount of the saving that they can gain by studying at Latrobe University by having that result in there as well. Okay, now moving on to the postgraduate program. Okay, again, the postgraduate program, if let's just say you have a student who have a GPA of 3.5 out of 4. Okay, so for any of those students, what we can give to the student is about reduction of 30% on that one there. Okay, the example that I'm showing you guys on the table in there is for Master of Management. That particular program is about 40,400 per annum, and the duration of the program is 2 years. Okay, let's just say the student have been awarded the 30%. So which means that the student will have an annual saving of $12,000 at least in there. Okay, without the scholarship, the student will pay about $80,000. Okay, with the 30% scholarship, the student will only pay $56,000 on that. Okay, so the total amount of saving is about $24,000 for the 2 years of the program. So technically speaking, the student is only paying about a year and a half of their study, and we pay the other half year of the study on that one there. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you guys in terms of the Southeast Asia scholarship on that one. Do drop in your question if you have any on that as well too. Now, the next scholarship that I want to introduce to you guys is the Early Bird Acceptance Grant. Right? This is specifically for any student who accept the offer letter and pay the deposit before the set deadline as well too. Okay, it is open for any student who wanting to undertake the undergraduate or the postgraduate by course study as well. This is available for intake for 2021 and 2022. Pretty much this scholarship is an automatic scholarship given to the student as well. If the student is accept the offer letter early and also pay the deposit before the deadline as well, we'll give the student 5% discount for the first year of the tuition fee. Okay, something to remember is that the grant is only can be credited towards the student record on the second semester of the tuition fee, whereas the Southeast Asia Scholarship is straight away deducted on the initial offer letter given in there. Okay, so technically speaking, So if you have a student been given the Southeast Asia Scholarship and also have accept and pay early as well. So the example that I can give to you guys is that the first year, the student will get 35% discount, and the second year, 30%, and the third year, 30%, and the fourth year, 30% on that one. Okay. I see a question pop up already in there. So I'm guessing someone's got a question on that one. So the way the scholarship works is that it's automatically assessed. All right. There is no separate application form. They don't have to do any tests. They don't have to put a personal statement, nothing like that at all. We assess a student based on the academic and based on the English. Once they met all these requirements, our admission team will automatically assess which benchmark do they fall under, either the 20% scholarship, 25, or the 30%. And once we identify what the percentage is, we give the student an offer letter, and a congratulation scholarship letter will be issued in the same time as well. Okay, so that's how it works on that one there. They don't have to maintain the scholarship. Maintain the GPA. As long as they pass, they met the course progress, they can continuously have the scholarship until the end of the duration of the program. Okay, so that's something very important to remember on that one there. Now, this is one of the new scholarship that we have at Latrobe University. We just introduced this last month as well too. Earlier, I mentioned to you guys, we have 4 regional campuses, okay? We've got Bendigo, Albury Wodonga, Mildura, and Shepparton, all right? Any of the students who are undertaking undergraduate and postgraduate coursework in one of our regional campuses will be eligible for additional $3,000 on top of the Latrobe regional specific scholarship as well, okay? So I am talking about combination of student having the 30% discount for the Southeast Asia. And if they were to study in the regional campus, they get a $3,000 in there. And if they were to accept the offer letter early and pay the deposit before the set deadline as well, there's another 5% discount on that one. Again, if you're very good in maths, you can do the calculation, 30% plus 5% for the first year, and then $3,000 on top in there as well too. Okay, so this is only available for student who's commencing the study in semester 2, summer and term 6 2021 intake. Okay, again, there's a list of eligible courses available in there for them to be for you guys to have a look at as well too, and see what program is listed in there as well. Now, if you have already an application and have accepted commences in semester 2 2021, we will consider the bursary again, and then for the student to meet the eligibility criteria on that as well too. There are limited scholarship available for the regional scholarship as well, so please keep in mind on that one as well. So if you have any candidate who interested to study in the regional campus, please ensure that they have submit the application for our team to assess on that one. The second new scholarship that we're introducing to you guys is the Latrobe University Overseas Health Cover Grant. This grant is specifically for students who undertake postgraduate coursework. All right, so this is very, very important for you guys to keep in mind on that one. This grant is apply a discount to the student's single cover for OSHC up to 1,400. All right. Now, the clause in here is that the student must purchase the overseas health cover from Medibank. It cannot be from anyone else. So it cannot be from HBA, it cannot be Bupa, Allianz, it cannot be that. It has to be a Medibank health provider. Okay. It is available for international students who commencing semester 2, summer intake, and term 6 intake as well. So those are the only one available. This grant will be issued to any eligible student who accept the offer letter after the 1st of April 2021. Okay, we will give a student an online application form, and then they will need to complete this as well. And any successful candidate will be announced every fortnight, and then we'll revise the new offer letter for any successful candidate as well. Again, there's a limited scholarship for this one as well too. So if you have any student who is interested in the master program, do let us know, and then we I can work this out as well for you guys to ensure that the student can get benefit from this scholarship as well. The third new scholarship that introduced into Latrobe University is the Ellicott Scholarship on that one. Earlier, I mentioned to you guys is that if any student who haven't met our English requirement, they can undertake the Ellicott program with Latrobe College Australia. We recently introduced the Ellicott Scholarship for students who commencing 2021 and semester 1 2022. All right. They must, in order for them to eligible for the Ellicott Scholarship, they must apply a full degree coursework directly. So they cannot do the pathway. So if you have a student who want to do Ellicott, come straight away to the bachelor degree, or Ellicott, you go to the postgraduate, the master degree, then they will be eligible for the Ellicott Scholarship. However, if your student is wanting to do English and then do diploma and then come to the bachelor degree, then the student will not be eligible for the Ellicott Scholarship. Okay, so they must come directly to the degree itself. So it cannot be by a pathway at all. So that's something for you guys to remember on that one there. Again, there's limited scholarship available on that. If you have any potential student who are interested to do English study as well, let me know, and then happy to negotiate the scholarship percentage on that as well too. Okay, the next scholarship that I want to introduce to you guys is the Master of Internet of Things Scholarship. All right. This particular program, I know a lot of you probably have the question in mind, oh my God, what is this program all about, Sonia? Master of Internet of Things. Okay. I think the best way to explain this to you guys is talking about AI, artificial intelligence. This is what pretty much this program is teaching the student, to have an understanding on how technology is influenced on the consumer behavior, even not like, even the way we work as well too. So pretty much anything involving with connection to internet, that's how it influences the way we operate as a business, and also how the functionality on behind on how can we improve the business in there, and then make a profitable business itself as well through that. So again, we have a scholarship on this as well. Any student who eligible for this particular scholarship, they can eligible up to the 30% scholarship given to them, a bonus $5,000. And if they do accept the offer letter early and pay deposit early as well, they can have additional 5% discount on that one as well too. Okay, now Indonesia is quite I have a lot of research students coming from Indonesia as well. If you do have any prospective student who want to do a research program, please ensure that they find a supervisor before you can submit the application form. Very, very important on that as well too. We provide full scholarship for the student as well, depending on the project that they want to undertake as well too. Okay, so if you have any prospective student, they must approach the supervisor first, confirm whether the project is under the scholarship eligibility, and once that ready, the student confirm everything, then the student can submit the application form. Obviously, for research period 2, the cutoff timeline is already over because it was last month. But any student who wants to eligible for scholarship, the next one available is period 1 2022, and the deadline is 30 September 2021. Okay, we do have a connection with external scholarship as well. Australian Award is one of them, and LPDP is one of them as well too. Remember, if you do recruit student from Australian Award, that's a complicated case on that one. So please try to avoid that. So I would suggest you guys to, if the student can apply through the LPDP on that one instead. Okay. Student accommodation, we've got on-campus and off-campus accommodation available for students. Again, depending on the services that they want as well too. Prices are ranging as well. We do cater for students because a lot of our Indonesian students are quite dependent on, rely on someone to prepare meals for them as well. So that's going to be additional cost for them, about $95 per week on that one. So the accommodation is depending on the location the student is staying as well too for the off campus, but approximately pricing is about $140 to $300 on that one. But if the student was to go and stay in the city CBD, that's going to cost at least from $500 to $1,000 on that. So it's all really depending on the location that the student wants to stay in. Okay, now Latrobe has been recognized a lot as well too for the support services that we're given. I think with the current pandemic at the moment, it's they needed that from us as well. And I must say, being previously international student myself as well, the support that we give to students right now is enormous. Okay, now for Latrobe University, we have been our fourth straight year recognized to improve student satisfactory student services as well too. And we are the one of the only two Victorian who have improved in this as well too, up to 1.2% on that one there. And then really, the testament goes to the incredible work from our team as well too, and the services that we provide to our students as well. Some of the updated that I can provide to you guys as well. We understand a lot of the students are having, financial uncertainty as well too with the current pandemic. At the moment at Latrobe University, any student commencing semester 2 2021, they have the option to pay 50% plus the overseas health cover to accept the offer letter as well. And any of the remaining payable balances, they actually pay before census date. And the census date for semester 2 2021 is 31st of August on that one there. Okay, so we will outline on the offer letter as well the amount of the 50% amount that they need to pay. And once they pay the 50% and accept the offer letter as well, our admission team will provide the COE as well too on that one there. Now, we understand with the uncertainty as well too, with the COVID at the moment, because some students found difficulty on study online as well. If you have such a case like that, please give assurance to the student. We have a flexible refund policy as well. This was introduced last year, and we're extending it until semester 2 2021 this year as well too. So any of the students have visa rejection, which I don't want you guys to have, but in the case if you do have any of that as well too, a full refund will be offered to the student as well. And if any of the students who have completed a subject, then we'll definitely will issue an academic transcript and recognizing their study as well. Now, obviously, if they visa has been refused because of fraud, then the visa, the refund policy will not be applicable for those students as well too. Now, the next thing I guess is, I mentioned earlier with the uncertainty as well. Some of the students find it difficult to study online. If they wishes to withdraw as well, the student may apply for the full refund as long as they withdraw before census day as well on that one, on the relevant study period too. So again, it's important that they submit the application form before census day as well too. Oh, I'm not sure about what happened to my slide there. Manage the study loan as well too. Now we understand with study online, 4 subject can be full on for the student as well, and some of them may not be coping. So what we introduce at the moment is that we also give the student an option to reduce the study load as well under the circumstances if they're able to show us if they got any other compelling circumstances or financial hardship as well. And obviously they need to provide those evidence to our student services for them to assess and then grant that permission as well to reduce the study load on that one. I think this is probably the most fantastic news to share with you guys. A lot of the university have increased their tuition fee for 2022. I can assure you that for Latrobe University, we have make announcement that we will not change our tuition fee. So whatever you see on the for 2021 program, the price will be still remain the same for 2022 on that. Okay, so this is newly for commencing student as well as continuing student as well. Okay, I won't go through this one because I know you guys know what type of services the university provide as well. Okay, we do have other support as well for students, really depending on what they're looking for as well, but all of those are available for the student to support them as well. Last thing, with at the moment current pandemic as well too, we have a lot of student engagement for them. We have over 90 club and society programs online as well, virtually, and also, I mean, obviously they can't play sport if they're offshore, but we do have community in there for the student as well. Now, the Latrobe is quite well known as diversification. God, I can't even pronounce that word. And as well too, we do have a big society in Islamic society in Latrobe as well. For any of the student, please, those are available for them as well. Support. We actually have a facilities available for them on that. All our facilities available for students to use as well, and a lot of our cafeteria and restaurant as well, they are all halal, so really can accommodate those students as well on that. And if you do have a mature student who specifically for the research student as well, if they want to bring the family over, we do have a community childcare center as well available for them. That's available for them on that one there. Now, I know many of you are on social media as well too, so do check out our social media platform as well. A lot of the updates are shared in there for you guys to have a look as well too on that one there. So that's the end of my presentation. I guess I'll hand it over back to you, Franklin, for the Q&A session and also the quizzes on that.
Okay, thank you so much Sonia for the updates from Latrobe University. So jadi buat teman-teman yang mungkin ada pertanyaan, sekarang kita so we're going to the Q&A session. So if you have any questions, you can drop on the Q&A box or even the chat box. So far we have one question about intakes. So what are the intakes at Latrobe University?
Okay. So in terms of the intake, we've got 3 intake at the moment for semester. So we've got semester 1, which is commences in March. We've got semester 2, which is commences in July, and we've got summer intake, which commences in November as well too. We do have introduced term intake as well. The term intake is available on a specific program itself as well too. So pretty much depending on the program the student wants to study, the term intake is pretty much between the semester intake as well too. So there's one commencing next month, which is term 5, and then we also term 4, and then the next one will be term 5 as well too. So it goes for rather than every semester goes for 12 weeks. For this term intake, it goes for 6 weeks. So pretty much half of that as well too. So that is available on our website as well too. So what I'll do, I will share this information with Franklin later on, and then for you guys to refer on the intake as well. Okay. Any other question?
Yeah, any other questions, you can drop it. While we're waiting for the questions, I guess, I have one question. So about the scholarship, so you mentioned that, in order to get the scholarship, let's say for bachelor, they can get it for like 3 years. They just have to pass all the subjects. So what happened, let's say in the semester 2, they failed one subject. So does it mean that for the next semester, they won't be eligible for the scholarship?
So in regards to the if the student have failed, so technically speaking, the student, depending on the number of subject the student is studying as well too. So let's just say if the student have enrolled in 4 subjects and the student failed 1 subject, so then in that case, then if you do the calculation, it's still more than 50%. So technically speaking, the students still have met the course progress on that. What happened is that if the student repeat that subject, the scholarship will not be applicable for that particular unit.
Oh, okay, I see.
Does that make sense? So
Yep,
the
yep.
student's still eligible for scholarship for the next intake, like the next semester, but any subject that the student have failed, that scholarship discount will not be applicable for that unit anymore. Yeah.
Okay,
So I
yeah,
hope that answer
understood.
your question, Franklin, on that.
Yep.
All right, another question pop up there.
Yeah, I think so. Can the student manage their own OISASA letter? As some of the parents don't want to pay while the kids still doing online classes.
Okay. All right.
So that,
Okay.
yeah.
I've got anonymous question in there. Now, in regards to overseas health cover, for us at Latrobe University, in order for us to issue the confirmation of enrollment, the student must show us the evidence of overseas health cover. So if the student wants to arrange on their own, that is fine. They can do that on their own, and also that that is up to the student, because some parents have a specific a provider as well, because obviously some provider have different cover for specific student health well-being as well too. So by all means, if they want to go with another provider aside from Medibank, because we got partnership with Medibank, if they want to do that, that's fine. But in order for us to issue the confirmation of enrollment, the student must pay the deposit, accept the offer letter, and overseas health cover must be given to us, and then we can issue the COE on that. So there is no way out on it. The reason, I guess, Franklin, from our end is that we're trying to comply with the student visa as well, because what we want to do is that we want to ensure that the student is applying the student visa now. Okay. I mean, obviously we don't know when the border is going to open, but we are being optimistic at the moment that we're hoping next year. And we want, as soon as the student, given the confirmation of the enrollment, they are to submit the student visa straight away. So then because at this stage, there's a huge pipeline of students as well too, trying to get the student visa granted for them as well too. So the sooner they do it, the better for the student as well. When the government announce it, then at least the student already been given a student visa, then they can just book a flight and enter into the country. That's the point of view that we're coming from there. So I hope that answered your question to the anonymous person who asked the question on that one there. Any other question?
So we got another question as well.
Yep.
So how long the COE valid? If the student is still doing online classes, can they apply the visa letter when the border is open?
Yep. So the COE is issued for the whole duration of the program itself on that one there. So really, for the our recommendation is that the sooner you receive your confirmation of enrollment, you should submit your student visa application as soon as possible as well. That's our recommendation on that one. If the student want to hold on to it, then by all means, you can do that as well too. But from our recommendation is that you must do that, because remember that, this is in PRISM as well, if reflected. And if you don't lodge it, the student visa, within 28 days, if nothing is activated in there, then it can be what's the word? God, I'm trying to think of it. So it become invalid in a way as well too, if you don't submit the student visa on that one. Now, keep in mind in that, a lot of our students at the moment have seek for an extension of their student visa as well. In such a case like that, or some students decide to reduce their study load because online study, in the case like that, we can give an extension of the confirmation of enrollment. So the student just needs to submit the application to us, and then we will review the student study plan and then revise accordingly to how long is the student anticipate to complete their program as well on that. Okay. Any other question?
Yep. Buat yang masih ingin bertanya, bisa langsung di drop di Q&A box ataupun chat box. Or if you don't have any question at the moment, and then later maybe you have student inquiries or any question from the student or parents, you can contact me. Jadi teman-teman nanti misalnya setelah sesi ini, kemudian mungkin ada case dari students ataupun dari parents, ada pertanyaan mengenai Latrobe, nanti teman-teman bisa info ke saya pertanyaannya, dan nanti saya bisa koordinasi dengan Sonia untuk inquiries-nya, and then later kita bisa kasih update mengenai inquiries-nya. Okay, so I guess if there's no other questions,
let's test everyone how fast everyone can answer the question as well too.
Yep.
Seeing that there's no
Okay.
question as well
Okay,
too.
kalau
So
sudah tidak ada pertanyaan, kita lanjut ke sesi quiz. So we will continue now to the Kahoot quiz sessions.
should you share the code first?
I will share. Yep.
Yeah, the code first, so then everyone can log on to the Kahoot. So if you can, guys, just go on your phone or your computer as well, whichever devices that you're currently using. Just go kahoot.com, and then shortly Franklin will share you the code, and then you just need to enter the code. So what we'll do is that Franklin will read out the question. I'm not sure how familiar are you guys with Kahoot game as well. It's pretty straightforward. Franklin will read the question out, and then the answer will be coming out on your screen on your devices. So all you need to do is ensure that you select the answer to match to your knowledge as well based on my presentation. I promise it's not hard at all. The question in there, so it should be straightforward. And considering that you guys didn't ask any question, I'm assuming everyone understand the whole presentation on that one there. So enter the pin in there. That's 5444035 on that.
Oke, ya, jadi buat yang mau join Kahoot-nya bisa ke website www.kahoot.it, atau kalau buat teman-teman yang punya gadget smartphone sudah punya aplikasinya, langsung dibuka aja aplikasinya, kemudian di enter game pin-nya jadi 5444035. Oke, dan seperti yang sudah diinfokan tadi di awal, we will select top 3 winners. Jadi kita bakal pilih 3 pemenang untuk Kahoot ini, dan later we will send you a merchandise from Latrobe University.
Yeah.
Okay, so far we have 4 people joining.
Yeah. The merchandise will take a while, guys, because I've been sending it from Melbourne, so it might take time to arrive to Jakarta as well too. So I would say about 2 weeks for real life.
Yeah, sure, we'll find,
then, so if you don't get the gift, just come and knock on Franklin's office, and then he'll give you something. On that
okay, so
well.
we have 6. We are supposed to have at the moment we have 7 people joining the. Until the end of the session, so
1, 2, 3, 4,
we
5,
will wait
6,
for
7.
another minute.
Okay.
And then we will start the Kahoot.
Alright.
Jadi pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang di Kahoot ini tadi berhubungan, jadi sudah di cover dari presentasinya si Sonya. So shouldn't be hard.
You sort of got the samba thing, the jingle instead.
Yeah, the background audio, yeah. Okay, so I think we can start.
Yeah,
so,
let's do it.
Yeah, good luck everyone.
All right.
So,
shall I read out the question?
Yep. So what is Latrobe University ranking in worldwide? Jadi ranking Latrobe tadi di awal kayaknya sudah sempat disinggung. Yes, jadi Latrobe is ranked in the top 1% in the world. So we got 2 people got the right answer.
Well done, Winda.
Winda and DY. Next, question number 2. How many campuses does Latrobe University have? Yep, 7 campuses. So we got 3 people got the right answer.
Right answer.
So let's see. Okay, so DY is number 1, Vikan is just number 2, and then Fedora number 3. Next. So Latrobe Career Advisors can help students finding a job, internship, or volunteering opportunity. What is the name? So I think in the middle presentation, Sonia mentioned this. So, yep, it's called Latrobe Career Ready. So we got 3 people got the right answer. Let's see.
She's on fire. I think this is Debbie.
Yep.
Debbie.
Yeah, I think Jassy, yeah. So still number one, Vita is number two, and then Fedora is number three.
Next
We
one.
go to the question number 4. It's double point, so this is your opportunity to catch up.
Yes.
This is a true and false question. So Latrobe graduates, so 87.6% of undergraduates. All of it got it through.
Well done, guys.
Cool, let's see. So yes, this is still leading.
Well done to you guys. Everyone's listening. Such a
Yep.
good listener.
So scholarship. So up to how many percent of the scholarship? Let's see.
Is it 15%, 20%, 20%? Okay,
Yes.
30%.
Well, so 5 people got it right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, so Winda is now in the second place, and then Vita is now in the third place.
Yeah.
In how many straight years has Latrobe has improved student satisfaction with support services? So how many years? Yes, so 4 straight years. So we got 2 people got the right answer. And let's see.
It will be 5 years. Whoever select 5 years, it will be. I can assure you that.
Yeah, for this one, yeah. So I think we got SY now in the third place.
Yeah.
You are still leading.
All right, 3 more questions, guys.
Yeah,
You can do
Latrobe
this.
University achieved 5 stars in the QS star ratings in Yep, so all of the above. So so you got 5 stars in teaching, employability research, internationalization, and sport-related subjects as well. So let's see. Our Vita Kanisa is now back in the third place.
Winda is on
still
fire.
leading. Yep, and then Winda is still in the second place.
All right, second last question, guys.
Yep,
You can do
question
this.
number 8 is a double point as well. So it's your chance as well to catch up. So scholarship, Latrobe has introduced 3 new scholarships. So you have to guess what are the 3 new scholarships. This is, yep, so you got 2 people. So it's the Ellicott Scholarship, the regional, as well as the overseas cover scholarship. It's the 3 new scholarship at Latrobe University. So let's see. Oh, Winda is now in the first place. And then Vita is second place. Desi is now in the third place. So we still got 2 questions. So question number 9. In the current situation with COVID-19, Latrobe provide numerous support. So what kind of support did Latrobe provide for students? Yes.
Yeah, well done, guys.
Right. So all the support available are provided to the international students as well. Let's see. I still stay the same. So Winda is still in the first place, Vita in the second place, and Desi in the third place. So last questions is the true false questions. For PG students that are eligible for Ellicott plus Latrobe Southeast Asia Scholarship and the early bird acceptance grant, as well as the overseas cover, is it true or false? So only one got it right, so it's false. So let's see the final podium. Okay, so in the third place we have Desi, DY.
Yay.
Second place we have Vita.
Yay!
And then in the first place we have Winda.
Well done.
So well done everyone. Okay, so untuk pemenang 1, 2, 3, just like the other webinars, I will need your details, and then later on we will send you the merchandise from Latrobe University. Okay, So please later on, I think I'll got your the details. I'll got your details. So later on, I will inform you.
Yep. I think, and just to cover on as well to the last question in there, guys. The reason why the answer to that question is true or false. The answer to that question is false. Reason behind it is because Ellicott is part of there as well. Remember, I mentioned to you guys, if the student wants an Ellicott scholarship, they must come directly. They cannot early bird is only can be given to the student if they come directly to the university. So they cannot do the early course, because early course means that they're already in here already, and then they're going to become the bachelor degree, okay, or the master's degree. So that's the difference on that. So I think to give you guys a better understanding on the combination of the scholarship, that's how it works as well. So the answer to that question is false on that, because the Ellicott was in there as well too on that one there. Okay, all right. I think thank you so much, Franklin, for having me today as well too, and thank you so much for all the attendee as well too. I hope you guys are all safe and sound in Indonesia, whichever city you're in as well. I must say I'm very privileged to be located in Melbourne as well. We are COVID free right now,
Awesome.
so very, very happy. So I can't wait for the border to open to welcome the student, and to you guys as well too. So really can't wait on that one. And I look forward to see you guys on the next session.
Okay, thank you so much, Sonia, for the updates as well. For the Latrobe University, then thank you so much for everyone for joining the session. Again, as I mentioned, later on, if you have any questions, you can contact me. Okay, so again, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next webinar session. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.